Every day, thousands of people hit the road heading towards their dreams. But sometimes those dreams collide with a harsh reality. Auto accidents with 18-wheelers can change lives in an instant. That's why you need the experience and expertise of St. Martin & Bork. With over 50 years of experience, St. Martin & Bork have fought for justice for the victims of truck accidents.
If you've been in a wreck with an 18-wheeler, know your rights.
Call St. Martin & Bork today to schedule your free consultation.
Hey everybody, welcome back into Bayou Time News. I am Harry McCullough. We're going to check in with Assumption Parish, and for that we go to the Sheriff's Department and Commander Lonnie Cavalier. Lonnie, how you doing, man? Everybody's up. You said the power was back on, so everybody pretty much recovered from the storm in Assumption Parish, right?
I was back on. The only thing we have left here is, the trash collection from the roadsides, but hopefully that's done soon. And yes, we're good. We're doing fine.
Yeah, a lot of big trees. I know as I drive on Highway 1 and 308, I see a lot of big trees on the side of the road for sure.
Yes.
3 incidents that we're going to talk about that were released on yesterday. Let's start with Mr. DePatti.
Yes. On Friday afternoon, a uniformed patrol deputy observed a vehicle in the Pankerville area without any headlights and no license plate. He attempted to stop the vehicle, and the suspect engaged him in a pursuit situation, which ended up near the Dag Street, Darcyville area off of 308. The suspect crashed his vehicle and fled on foot, and the deputies arrested him a short time later. Upon arresting him, it was determined that Mr. DePatti was wanted in connection with a previous domestic abuse battery case in which he committed a battery upon his pregnant girlfriend, and then took her cell phone from to stop her from calling for help. He was booked into the Assumption Parish Detention Center on charges of domestic abuse battery upon a pregnant victim, interfering with emergency communications, aggravated flight from an officer, theft of a motor vehicle, driving without headlamps, resisting an officer, 2 counts, and a probation violation detainer. His bond is set at $155,000 on all of the other charges, and the probation violation, he was ordered held without bond.
Oh, good. Well, good work by the officer working the roadway there. The next one was a residential burglary, which is a very personal crime there, and you have 2 people arrested in this one.
Yes, on Friday afternoon, deputies responded to the call of a residential burglary on Frank Lane, which is off of Highway 308 in Belrose. Upon arrival, it was determined that someone had made forced entry into a home and removed a bunch of items from within. Detectives investigated that matter and subsequently applied for an arrest warrant for Aline Marie Joseph, 38 of Belrose. Ms. Joseph was arrested on Saturday afternoon. She was booked into the Assumption Parish Jail on a charge of simple burglary of an inhabited dwelling. She was also wanted on a probation parole violation, and that case involved the attempted burning of her mother's home sometime a couple of years ago. At the time that Ms. Joseph was arrested, she was in the company of David T. Levi, 46, also of Belrose, and Mr. Levy was wanted from the Lafourche Parish Sheriff's Office on charges of issuing worthless checks. He was booked into the Assumption Parish Jail, subsequently turned over to the Lafourche Parish Sheriff's Office. Aline Marie Joseph remains incarcerated with her bond set at $30,000 on the burglary charge, and she was ordered held without bond on the probation violation.
Wow. Yeah, that's a serious charge of the arson charge as well. So, yeah, you had a couple of different things there as well. And then we have Miss Miller, who was actually from Thibodaux, but she was wanted in Terrebonne, but you guys arrested her in Assumption.
Yes, the deputy stopped Kilara Ozeka Miller, 26 of Thibodaux, on Sunday evening on a traffic violation on Highway 70 in Pierre Park. During the investigation of that traffic violation, the deputy determined that Ms. Miller was wanted out of Terrebonne Parish on a charge of bank fraud. She was taken into custody, booked into the Assumption Parish Jail, and subsequently released to the Terrebonne Parish Sheriff's Office on Monday.
So so that's another interesting traffic stop where you end up getting an arrest out of the deal. And then we'll finish with more of a parish-wide illegal narcotics investigation that has a Mr. Foray from Bayou Lewis. Yes,
we have an ongoing narcotics parish-wide investigation, and during the course of that investigation, detectives determined that Jerron Flynn Foray, 31 of Bayou Lewis, was trafficking in illegal narcotics in and around Assumption Parish. Based upon the information that was available to them, an undercover agent was able to make a purchase from Jerron Foray of heroin and synthetic marijuana. Jerron Foray was arrested in St. Mary Parish on September 27th and was eventually turned over to Assumption Parish, where he was booked into the Assumption Parish Jail on charges of distribution of heroin and distribution of synthetic marijuana. His bond is set at $81,201.50.
Wow. As we look, we're from Terrebonne, Lafourche, Assumption. Do we still seeing a lot of heroin, fentanyl, those kind of things on our streets?
Absolutely. Now all of those, as opposed to years ago, you would pay $120 for a gram of heroin. Now you can get a syringe full for $20, lace it with fentanyl for $30. It's very popular, very cheap. And that's why we do our best to stay on it, because of the fentanyl problem. As you know, fentanyl is a very powerful drug and results in a lot of deaths statewide, nationwide, and locally.
Yeah.
So we do our best to stay on top of it.
Yeah, and if they touch other things, could get into other drugs as well. So,
Absolutely.
A real dangerous situation all the way around. Well, Commander Lonnie Cavalier, thanks so much for the update from Assumption. We appreciate it.
Thank you all. Appreciate it.
All right, we'll be right back with more Bayou Time right after this.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by South Louisiana Bank. It's better when we bank together. Waits and Downer, attorneys at law. Terrebonne Ford, built Ford tough.